Hello folks, welcome back. This is your host Trillionaire, and today we're going to be covering an ICO by the name of 300 Cubits. Our last ICO analysis and review was of dark matter, and you can find a link to that right above. But today we're covering again 300 Cubits, and 300 Cubits is essentially Bitcoin for the shipping industry. At least that's what it is in their own words. They will be trading under the ticker symbol TEU. Now, in their own words, TEU is a cryptocurrency designed as a booking deposit to fix the industry pain points of no-show bookings. But why don't we hear from a spokesperson for TEU themselves?
Johnson, let's get to your business now. TEU, this is a cryptocurrency using the same sort of blockchain technology as Bitcoin has. Yeah. Why?
Well,
what does TEU stand for?
So TEU stands for 20-foot equivalent unit. It's a standard unit of a container box. So what we do is we issue a coin, like kind of a Bitcoin for shipping. But
I mean, what's it used for, and what will it be used for?
At the beginning, I suggested the liners, because we're going to give it to them and give it to the customers for them to use it as a booking deposit. So the story I can add a bit more color is for shipping, for liner shipping, it's quite unlike airlines. The customers, when they make the booking, they don't need to put down a deposit. So if they don't show up, there's no consequence. And then it's a vicious cycle, right? The liner also overbooked their space. So the customers in the peak season show up and thought that they get a booking, but they couldn't get on board. So now they've been thinking about spending millions of dollars to try to fix it. So they think about bank guarantees, think about cash deposit, think about penalty, but they all involve cost. And you're asking customers to put cash on the table. But now, with this token, the creation of it is actually very cheap. We can give it to the liner and to the customer to use as a deposit. And the backup of the value is the secondary market. That's what we're doing.
Here is a quick breakdown of how TEU works as a deposit. This gives the TEU tokens the most value possible. It allows the users, the liners, the shipping companies and the customers, it gives them a reason to use this. It gives them immediate access to the blockchain and accountability, okay, as well as transparency. Both of these users, the liner and the customer, into a smart contract with one another by submitting TEU tokens into the smart contract, where they are then locked into the contract, okay? The customer submits the booking, the liner confirms the booking. If either the liner defaults or the customer defaults, the other party will be given the tokens in the smart contract, all of the tokens, and that will be the termination of the smart contract, okay? They call it a terminal EDI.
We're going to take it on ICO this week.
So Johnson Leong mentioned that they're taking it to ICO this week, and that's absolutely right. They are taking it to ICO this week. In fact, it's happening in just 2 days, 6 hours, and 58 minutes. It'll take place on the 12th of April, 2018. Here we can see the 300cubits.tech/ICO. Take you to this page right here, and you can go ahead and begin contributing right now. If you click on that link there, they'll take you to the ICO registration form, where you can fill out all the wonderful information that they have going for you. If you just scroll down on that ICO page, you'll see the conversion rate is about 1 Ethereum per 400 TEU, and that's at a rate of 0.0025 ETH per TEU. They give you the contribution address here, but you should go ahead and double check that on the ICO website yourself. And again, don't contribute until you fill out all the pertinent information, because people from China and the US will be excluded from this ICO sale. They're not trying to comply with all the additional regulations that the US and China are asking of them. I don't blame them. If you are from the US and China, of course, there are other ways, but we'll go ahead and save that for another video. So some more key information about this ICO is what the token symbol is. We've already gone over that. It's TEU. It's token standard ERC20 compliant, so this will take place on Ethereum's blockchain. The Token Explorer is obviously on etherscan.io. I say obviously, but not quite so obvious for those of us who are new to the industry. Minimum target, not applicable. Conversion rate, 1 Ethereum to 400 TEU. You can see the token contribution address there, though I encourage you to check that on your own when you get to the website. And of course, make sure it is HTTPS when you visit the website so that you do have the encryption security when you're there, so you're not taken advantage of. That is a pain point for ICOs. They need to have their security on lock so that things don't go awry as they have in the past. Okay, the total supply, 100 million TEU. TEU pool for contribution, 18 million TEU. That's 18% of the total supply. Bonus and referral tokens, sale website, you can see it there. So we want to know if the product is actually out. They have done testing with users in the industry, stress testing their product and making sure that it would be able to handle what it is that they intend on throwing at them. Okay, and so what I'm seeing here from them is that they are going to be launching the beta launch of the booking deposit and module production platform that their users of the TCU token will be using. That's coming April 2018. I don't know if that was pushed because of the delay of the ICO that was supposed to occur a month ago. However, if it has been, it will be pushed at most a month. They didn't have anything on the docket for May 2018, so perhaps not, at least not publicly. And then in June, July, so summer this year, 2018, booking deposit and module production launch will take place 15th of June, okay? So they have their beta launch coming very soon, and then their main net launch coming not long after that in June, July. That's very encouraging to hear on their product coming out. So they have been testing its product with industry users. Here is a quick look at a demonstration of what their booking website will look at. As you can see, they have a few different forms here. They have general, parties, transport, cargo, container, when you want to move it, what port you're going to be moving it out of, and so on and so forth. Looks pretty standard. So here is the TEU token mechanism, how they plan on allocating all of the tokens they intend on generating, roughly 100 million tokens. Here they have 94, they have 100 million, yes. Okay, so 40 million of these tokens will be on the public market, 2 million for pre-sale, 18 million for ICO, that's that 18% figure, or 18 million I was thinking of earlier, 20 million for the second ICO or burned, okay? Now, 54 million tokens, roughly 54% of these tokens will be going to the industry. That's 20 million to customers, 20 million to liners, and 14 million to alternative markets and business development. Okay, 6 million or 6% of the total amount of tokens will go to the 300 Cubits founders team, essentially as their reward for creating this whole system in the first place and making sure it gets off the ground. Now, what do I think of that? I think that's absolutely reasonable. And I think that they will, of course, find other ways to get themselves more tokens, as is only natural for humans in charge of such a project would do. But nevertheless, 6% starting doesn't sound bad at all, and to which they would not be able to collect on that until August of 2019, a little ways down the road there. Now, who are these founders? Who are these founders? Okay, so here is the team, and we're not going to be diving really deep into detail in the interest of saving time. Again, if you're interested in this company after watching this video, I encourage you to dive deeper and really suss out if the people on this team are capable of accomplishing what it is that they've said that they will accomplish. Just off the top, just checking it out for a moment, these guys seem to have the experience required. Now, that's real easy to say on their own website. We haven't checked out their LinkedIns. And again, I encourage you guys to check out those LinkedIns if you're going to go ahead and invest in this. But essentially what we have is David currently serves as the independent investment committee member of 1.2 billion IFC Global Infrastructure Fund, previously spent 17 years with AIG Global Investment as president and CEO of AIG Capital Partners. Kay Long Hu, and this is just the advisory team. We're going to jump right into the actual team in just a moment. Kay Long Hu is a chair professor in the Department of Information Systems, Business Statistics, and Operations Manager at Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. All right, I like that a lot. The man knows what the heck he's doing. Thompson Eckson currently runs Eckson Advisory and previously worked for AP Moller Maersk organization for almost 30 years. He ran Maersk refrigerated cargo division and founded Intra, the container shipping industry's largest common booking portal. I dig it. He is absolutely somebody you should have on the team for such a project. Okay, so Johnson Leong, we heard from him earlier. What's his experience? Johnson has a combined 20 years of experience in container shipping. Maersk, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, happens to have one of the largest, I'm sorry, not one of, they have the largest shipping ocean liner in the freaking world. The thing's massive. I watched like a 45-minute documentary on it. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'll post a picture. Boop. Okay, here we go. And who do we have over here? Jonathan Lee, co-founder. Jonathan has combined 20 years experience in banking as head of treasury and dealing at several banks, including China Construction Bank, Coates & Co., Shanghai Pudong Development Bank, and UBP. That's great since China is basically the bee's knees as far as shipping goes. They ship more than anyone else in the freaking world. Eugene has 20 years experience in database technology and investment banking, and most recently managed the fixed income middle office at Morgan Stanley, Hong Kong. Now, we have seasoned IT professional in providing project management, IT solutions delivery, and technical consultancy. Sounds good. Hong Chen, solution architect, a seasoned solution architect in IT industry where he drives the entire development team with the best available technology, second from Kinetix Systems. So they're all from Kinetix system, and this man is a seasoned system analyst in IT industry and fintech specialist. Okay, so all three from the same company before Kinetix system. I'm totally mispronouncing that, I'm sure. Tim Choi, the project manager, Hong Chen, solution architect, and Kent Chan, system analyst. Again, nothing to really dive deeper on, though it is the internet, so certainly we can find more information on these bad boys. Again, not the purview of this video. So to wrap things up, is this something that I would invest in? And my answer is, it's an interesting one. They're giving away a lot of cryptocurrency. They're giving away a substantial amount of cryptocurrency in their what do we call this? Their market penetration approach. And many people are viewing this as something that is for the greater good. They view it themselves as something that will put them leaps and bounds over other competitors, competitor cryptocurrencies that may be out there or may be coming in the near future. Okay, basically garner some loyalty from these guys. So, hey, look, we're giving you our product to use. Yes, it has value right now from the ICO, from our previous investors. You guys can go ahead and dump it on the market if you so chose. But look, we're giving this to you and it's a good product. Go ahead and try it out. You know what? From that aspect, I like it. At the same time, the fact that they seem to be able to go ahead and dump it, that's concerning, though I'm not entirely sure that they can go dump it. I was reading into the white paper, haven't read it 100% just yet, but from what I was seeing, there seem to be contingencies coming along with these tokens that these shippers or liners are receiving. And some of those contingencies that I seem to read were they needed to turn them over. They needed to be using them, otherwise they would be losing them. Okay, and that needed to happen more than a few times on a regular basis. Something else that I noticed that I liked was that all of the gas costs of using these tokens for smart contracts would be covered by would be covered by TEU, okay? It would be covered by 300 qubits. They're taking out all of the additional work of figuring out blockchain technology and contracts, as it is difficult to use right now. They're making it very simple for these guys to go ahead and use it, so that all they need to do, aside from having TEU, is simply devote a little bit of manpower to using the platform, and they're already using similar platforms. So this is in effect going to make them money, okay? It's going to prevent them from losing money, and we all know that if you're not losing money and you're keeping your money, that can be even better than making money. So anyways, what do I think of this as a whole? I think it is a very good product. I think it is something that I personally will not be investing in, as it does not match my investment portfolio. So they're looking to raise 20 million. 20 million isn't actually that bad. Now, I haven't seen a lot of chatter going on about TEU, but from what I have seen, it has all been very positive, though the avenues that it was positive through could have been easily influenced. This is a completely unsponsored video, so I'm giving you a completely unbiased opinion on these guys. But from what I'm seeing, I think the website looks great. I think the ICO terms are good. They're not going for a asinine amount of money in their ICO. It doesn't seem like they're just trying to get a cash grab strictly for the ICO and then disappear into the night. It does look like they are making moves here. I'm going to give this ICO a rating of 8 out of 10. If it's not 8 out of 10, it's 7.5 out of 10, simply for the fact that I would like to see more information on them. And so I'm going to leave that strictly at an 8 out of a 10 for the criteria that we covered. Okay, I really like the product. Thanks so much for watching, folks. Again, this has been your host, Trillionaire, and for the next ICO video coming out tomorrow, that will be either Signals or Pecuino. Okay, these are ICOs that are coming out very soon, things that you need to be checking and deciding whether or not it's for you to invest in. This has been Trillionaire. Peace.
So, I mean, it's a cryptocurrency. Why would people use this one and not Bitcoin, or perhaps one of the other 200-odd cryptocurrencies out there at the moment? Well,
so for the industry to use Bitcoin, they had to buy it. But this one, I just need to list it in the exchange, get a secondary market, and then for the portion that I'm not selling, I can give it to them. They can use it. They can benchmark the secondary market and say, hey, those things are valuable. It's given to us for free. But just like if I give you $10,000, you don't want to lose it. So when you make booking, you'll be more careful, you'll be more disciplined. So I think the beauty of it is it creates value. We allocate capital from the crypto world to the real world, at the same time fix a problem of an industry that's quite vital to the global
And you've got
trade.
the ledger, of course, which I suppose then makes it more seamless.
Oh, yes.
That's the point.
That will be all visible, open source, yeah, get all the advantage of other blockchain technologies.
Johnson, thank you so much for joining us today. Johnson Leung there from 300qubits.tech, creating a container shipping-focused cryptocurrency called TEU.